From her teenage years, Heneka Watkis-Porter deliberated and agonized over what business venture she could undertake, but eventually put those thoughts out of her mind until a few years ago when the perfect idea finally struck. 4 years ago, her idea became a reality when she began designing, marketing, and distributing her casual t-shirts, shorts, and dresses. Heneka says her product is truly Jamaican and definitely a learning experience.
It's not just a regular tee. It focuses really on the culture in the aspects of language, in that we emphasize, our very colorful Patwa, our Jamaican expressions. We not only use them, we also provide very interestingly translations in English, and that creates, a different type of product, because you will see persons, different clothing line, they will have their expressions that are Jamaican, but the difference with Patwa is that we put a translation in English, which is, a lot of people find it very funny. I don't just have a product that's okay, so we use a few Jamaican slangs and, it's catchy, it's nice, but we also add an interpretation. So we cater to the foreigners who don't understand Patwa, who hear about it, who love it and want to. So we're like teaching, And so it's wearing something that you can also learn from. And over the world, people come, they hear all about Patwa and they get to learn a little more about it. So that is what separates us. And also because we're a very small business, we're able to be a lot more flexible. So some of my customers, I will tweak my product in terms of the design that I will, give a particular customer. So we're able to be flexible, even in terms of our quantity. There are some companies who I know won't do less than a dozen of anything, per size, per color, all of that. I'm flexible. We're flexible at Patwa to do it for our customers.
Even the business name, Patwa Apparel, is a clever play on language.
I thought, why not call it what it would be? And, it would be Patwa. It would be interesting to have a play on the word Patwa, not spelling it the way it ought to be spelled, but how it's pronounced.
She began with 3 slogans, and the number has steadily increased to more than 20. And there are plans to add graphics to further illustrate the slang. Heneka credits her professional background with helping her to get Patwa Apparel up and running.
I worked as a procurement officer for some time, at one of the major distributing companies in Jamaica, as well as also the shipping industry. But, I started just when I entered the shipping industry, so it's more my background in the distribution that helped me. I worked as, I said, a purchasing officer, but what that did, it allowed me the opportunity to really learn about starting a business in terms of getting a product from the idea to the stage of having the product on the market, marketing and distribution and everything like that. So it pretty much helped me, and I also had a boss that was, willing to allow me to take initiative, and that helped a lot.
Even though Patwa Apparel is a relatively new business, it has already benefited from funding provided by the Caribbean Export Development Agency. Heneka heard about CEDA's call for proposals through the Jamaican Fashion and Apparel Cluster, of which she's a member, as well as JamPro.
I submitted my proposal. It was accepted. I was awarded a grant, and so I was able to do some projects last year.
What did you use your grant funding for?
Okay, my grant funding was used for marketing material, posters, and my catalog, as well as I registered my trademark in 27 countries in Europe under the CTM community trademark. So that's what I used, and yeah, so far, the marketing material has aided me a lot in terms that I've been able to send these, whether by, whether physically send a copy to a prospective customer or electronically. I've been able to, we can start meeting even if not necessarily face to face, not just in Jamaica, but I've been sending overseas too. So it's an avenue to bring in some revenue.
She says she found the process relatively easy and the staff extremely helpful.
I found the personnel at CEDA very easy to work with. I could pick up the phone and call, and somebody would respond to any queries that I had, or send an email, and it was readily responded to. So it's a good relationship. It's one that I'm looking forward to when there's another call for proposal. I'm looking forward to sending out my submission.
Ms. Watkis-Porter is ready to move Patwa Apparel and her product to the next level. And to achieve this, more marketing will be required. And this is where she hopes once again to benefit from CEDA funding. Please contact the Caribbean Export Development Agency for further information about their services and funding opportunities.